Hey, hello, fellow Xlanders. How's everyone doing today? Hide that. Oh, well, welcome back. It is me. Thank me later. I am in the process of moving, so I apologize. I hope that the audio is okay. Um, and I it's probably a little echoey. I haven't really had any time to set anything up yet. Oh, I love to see that. You love to see the Twitch emojis. If you are not already following us on Twitch, please do so. Like, subscribe. Sound great and amazing. Good. Doc Jones in the house. What up? So I have just happy to be here together. I hear that. Well, I hope for those of you who celebrated, you had a good Thanksgiving break. We are back in full swing. And if you noticed our swaggy new icon, it is time for the winter holiday season. So we will be sharing a lot more over the next couple of weeks over our winter extravaganza, which is going to be a rocket powered sled race in the wonderful neighborhood of Portage Park. We actually have a really deep backstory and, as always, a couple surprises in store. We are having lots of artists, and hopefully we'll have more details, and I'll figure out what exactly I can share between our artist collaborations on from Wax. And if Scotch is here, she can certainly share. She's been working those connects. They saw what we did with the spectacular, and Scotch reached out and kind of showed them, and they were very excited. Lots of different teams looking to collaborate with us, which is super cool. So we'll be looking forward to that. Now, as I mentioned, oh no, what's happening? Why? No, go away. Oh. As I mentioned, I do have a surprise, and so I'm going to hope that this works. You're going to probably see some infinite screen here for a second, but I promise it won't be for long. I know, infinite screen. Okay. Now the tricky part here is that I can't see. Hold on, let's see if I can I do this? Hide this so it's not infinite screen. And that way I can still see chat. Okay, I'm going to just pretend that this works. What I want to show you today is something rather special. This is what one of the things the team has been working on. So our team is actually growing. Every couple of weeks, I think we're probably adding a person or two to the dev team. Our latest addition, I actually found she is a custom car designer from, I believe she's from Croatia. And we were in a Facebook group together and started talking. And I was like, wow, your skills are really cool. And so she has recently joined the team. We also have several other community developers. If you are interested or are a Unity developer, a Blender artist, anything like that, and you would like to be involved with our project, please reach out to me directly and let me know, and then we can talk about what would make sense. So like I was saying, we have lots of teams working on lots of different things. Oh, pure Rolex. Well, and I hope you've seen this because this is going to be pretty cool. So one of the things that I feel like has been kind of abstract and probably people need a better grasp, what is the game of UPX World? We've seen bits and pieces. We've seen racing. We've seen the flying. We're going to see some stuff from some ninjas later this week. We have the 1111 art gallery, which is live. You can actually walk around it and view the art that is for sale from 11 artists from around the community. Excuse me. Well, let me just do this. I hope that this renders. Now, we are still working on optimization of this. And I'm running this on a laptop while streaming and processing a bunch of other things. So bear with us. But imagine, if you will, that you are an Xlander and you log in for the first time onto the wonderful and exciting world of UPX World. This is now, you likely won't have all of this here right now. These are some of our bigger pieces, but we did want to show them off here. So this is actually our UPX World Live Tower. So you can imagine that if you're like walking around the surface of UPX World, oh, hey, well now that statue looks familiar. Anybody know what that statue is? Huh. Very intriguing. It must be an ancient artifact. Um, Here you can see our UpX World Live broadcast tower. This where uh, gamification to the structure now. Ben, let's see here. Oh, how do I? Oh, can I not move my? I can't escape my mouse. Oh, there we go. Architect says, "Ow!" Says, "Oh goodness." Okay, don't do that. Ben 68 and More Cheese were talking about UpX World and their wine and cheese show. They were wanting to know how they were going to bring gamification to the structured upland. Well, I mean, if you, well, I mean, I know how the people that I'm working with. I actually bought several of, I bought several of Ben's seating and stuff. They're very well done. They're gorgeous pieces. But you do have to have. I mean, it won't just. I want to say this correctly. All decor items won't necessarily have gamification in layer 2 if it's not intentional, right? It's very unlikely that there'll be unintentional functionality or utility in layer 2 for decor items without there being some coordination with the layer 2. Oh, all right. Dang it. I knew I forgot to check something. Well, Architect, if you subscribed, if you use your Prime, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can use that to subscribe to the channel and you won't have to worry about those pesky ads. But no, in all seriousness, all of the layer 2 functionality for items like the test tubes, the anvil, etc., must be built into a layer 2. So if you're not working with a layer 2, I know several of the decor owners have reached out and we are working on, well, what does that look like? I know the test tubes and the anvil will be specifically around crafting. Oh, really? Oh, now you're back. Sorry, I should have probably stopped when you said add. I realized that you can text, but okay. So the long and short of it is you have to coordinate with a layer 2 creator. If you are not coordinating with a layer 2 creator, it's your decor is not going to have any functionality because I would imagine that there's not much incentive for a layer 2 creator to add functionality to decor that they aren't like actively coordinating with, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, if that, I mean, that's great. I appreciate that they gave us a shout out for sure. Their node, the MTU is absolutely fantastic, and I love the work that they do. And of course, Morchi's God of Pixels is absolutely, a fan and a mutual fan, actually, I guess. I'm a fan of hers. She's a fan, I believe, of this. So anyway, so here it is. Here's our foundational world, and we're trying out some different things. So here, and I think that this is what 1111 was alluding to, is, oh, hey, what's that cool building over there in the distance? Yes. So this is 1111's custom building here. Was this like a little like rock path? Oh, I like that. And so this is what our team is working on, to be able to have. Um, oh, hey, little mailbox. To be able to have as our initial product launch. So each of the experiences will have its own area, building, and part of UpX World. And actually, let's go. I think it's over here. Now, if anybody wants to take a guess what that is, that's the Upland Metaphase Coliseum. So this is where you'll zone in, and then select the different metaphases that you want to play in, like we were showing when you were like flying around as your Xlander. Now, right now we are in first person mode. Likely there'll be an option for both first and third person. Um, and so we will definitely be exploring that more. Here is the beautifully created. We have some absolutely fantastic artists. This is the starting village for the Hyde Park Ninja experience, and so this will actually be terraformed into the planet, and the various characters. And there's actually some really cool stuff. I'll be interviewing, I believe I'm interviewing Keith from the Ninjas this Thursday on the podcast. And we are working on a special demo slash mini game that we want to be able to show off as well, relating to the Ninjas. So as next year starts, you will definitely start to see and hear a lot more about the Hyde Park Ninjas. I absolutely love this. It's super cool. I cannot wait to actually be able to walk around and interact. The Hyde Park Ninjas team also has some fantastic ideas on some gamification. So the core here is that these are ninjas we'll learn more about. We're actually sending off, there was a distress beacon. If those of you who follow the old timey lore, there was a distress beacon that we had actually intercepted several weeks ago at this point. When we were making our way to it, we did unfortunately crash. So we are going to have to send a rescue ship to go check that out. Very cool. Prospector says, I also have a world working on 2 levels. I like the sound of that. And so this will be a martial arts themed experience that will revolve around the Hyde Park Ninjas. They are, in their own rights, very masters of their own craft. They run dojos in real life and are martial arts trainers, and are very connected to that community. So it's great that they're going to be able to bring their knowledge and expertise into this space. We've actually been working on doing whatchamacallit. Why am I not thinking of the motion capture with different video and things? It's pretty cool. And then converting that into moves for the Xlander. Let's take a look around here. So once again, this is our broadcast tower. Once you're able to fly around, imagine this stream, for instance, live playing there, or whatever the latest races or other live stream opportunity playing there up on the big screen. You and your friends can float around and watch it live. Take a walk over here. And yes, I appreciate Land for Land you were mentioning, because this is obviously ideally would be a lot bigger surface. We're starting out very small, and you'll kind of, as we expand the world, the explorable or known area of the world will continue to expand. What is this? I knew he would hide something in here. Look at that, the OG anvil. Is the ground like glistening? That's really cool. Some shiny rock over here. Um, so yes. And if you're wondering where this bright blue, so it's actually part of the lure of this planet that there's actually a excessive amount of xenon on this planet. And if you don't know, xenon is a bright blue glowing noble gas. Um, and so, yeah, you'll see a lot of that color being used. Ooh, here we go. I did. Oh, boundaries. How dare you? Oh, can I get to this corner? Yes. So this is the massive Coliseum for the metaphase. So this will be where you will go to zone into all of those great instances we saw. There will also be similar structures. Oh, thank you. Yes, lots of Elder Scrolls Online, backwards jumping, all of that fun shenanigans. So this will be the Coliseum where you and your friends will be able to go and view all of the different upland metaphases. And a metaphase is just a replication of some or all of a metaverse, in this case, upland. Oh, do you put a wall there? Okay. And so this will be where you'll go to view all that. Dang. I love even the night sky. And expect there to be, yeah, no, this is, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Moon Unit. I don't know if I say that. Moon Unit has been working on these textures and the rocks and everything. It is, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. There is a ton of detail in here. He's taken a lot of effort to really make this, kind of something special, which is really appreciated. I cannot wait for people to be able to walk around, interact with other Xlanders, maybe start doing some different quests. We haven't really talked about it, but there's definitely going to be daily and weekly and monthly It rocks. Was that a pun, Pure Rolex? It rocks. Um, but no, I would agree. It does rock. It is super cool. So we want to have it. So one thing I do like fast travel. Um, it's I think it's important. However, I would expect that you'll have to unlock. So there'll be like I don't want to say, I mean, it's like a waypoint. I mean, if you've ever played like one of the Diablo, anything that has a waypoint, Elder Scrolls, anything like that, large maps with waypoints, I want to give each experience a waypoint, and then you can easily like toggle through once you've unlocked it. So you do have to make it there first, and then you can unlock it and fast travel at any point. Yes, like Skyrim, yes. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Looks like recycled glass, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm teasing Pure Rolex. Yes, you know it is. It's absolutely amazing, and also expect there to be lots of Easter eggs. I'm a big fan of Easter eggs. I encourage my developers to put in Easter eggs. Um, UPX World is going to be. It's a serious game in the sense that. The people who are developing it, we take it very seriously. We want to do right by all of the experience owners and the community at large. However, we're definitely on the more, we don't take ourselves too seriously kind of side of things. We want there to be fun, inside jokes. For instance, if you don't know how a Reuben sandwich is actually made on board the Genesis ship, that's because you weren't there for that one time that we talked about it. and now it's built into the system. And so you'll have to go back through hundreds of hours of videos at some point to be like, what is with this Reuben thing? Why is it putting mustard and not thousand? Like, you're gonna have to go and find out that that was lure. Elsie's a great. The moonshot. There's already so much little things that just really I like that's to me what makes a game interesting. And I know the UPX World spaceship. So we are having that built. We will have a crash site. We're also going to have a memorial for the Genesis crew. So if you are one of those 300 odd Genesis, I know, right? Reuben sandwich. I would mess up a Reuben sandwich right now for sure. If you are one of those lucky 300 odd Genesis Xlanders, then you will have your Discord name forever on a monument inside of the game. So all the Genesis Xlanders, we're going to create a Genesis Xlander monument that people will be able to see and view all of the wonderful people who were early supporters. You will be forever part of the game, which I think is super cool. I always like when games do stuff like that. I don't know. I would like my name in like on a stone in a game. Like, imagine when this becomes as big as World of Warcraft, and you're one of those 300 people. You're like, yeah, dude, that's my name right there. Look, it's on the memorial. I was one of the first 300. Like, get on my level. I don't know. That'd be super cool. So there's that. There's that. Let's talk about 1111. We are. Oh, are we halfway or are we more than halfway? I guess we're technically more than halfway through with the first epic of 1111 NFT.gallery. This is UPX World. Is that like a Sparta? You want me to like kick somebody into a pit? About half. Okay. So if you haven't already, please do visit 1111nft.gallery. You can actually interact live on there with, oh, you know what? I guess you know what? You want me to just try to go there? I might just try. Let's see here. 1111. See, look at that. EL, it's my first one. Not Elves Anonymous, because that would be weird. All right. Where interactive gallery. You did? Did you embed it? Oh, did you get it embedded? Oh, very cool. Dun, dun, dun. Shout out to Land for Land who made this happen very quickly. Yeah, look at that, Land for Land. All right. Wait, why can I? Oh, okay. Boom, look at this. I love this so much that you can just live go in, look at things, investigate. Oh, information. Christina Gatz, what? From the Hyde Park Ninjas? Yes, what in the same? Muay Thai Elephant? Oh, well, I would be interested. What happens when I press B? Oh, that's right. It takes me immediately to the NFT Hive, where I can then purchase a copy of that 411 wax. This is really cool. We can see here there's 56 minted, so that means there has been, don't tell me, 45 sold. Yep, there we go. Claim 45, which is really, really cool. So I'm hoping to see all of these hit over 100. I'm going to buy. I keep saying it, but I also don't want to skew the numbers, but I do plan on buying some myself. All right. Don't look at that. Hold on. It's going to happen again. There we go. Let's see here. The art looks amazing. Yes, it does. Let's see what I think there was some. We need more artists. Oh, okay. So Dr. Novi says they need more artists. So if you're an artist, be sure that you submit. Um, I have my two pieces almost ready to upload. Yes. People said it's too heavy. I don't know what's too heavy. Shacklin says, "Wow, love this gallery. The art looks so amazing. The walls, the lighting, everything." And I apologize because I only have one monitor, so I haven't hooked up my other monitor yet. So still, um, I need a well. Dude, there's so many I need. Do, do, do. Ooh, excuse me. Yes. So please, if you have not submitted, please submit. Um, you will want to be one of the early ones. It's really cool. There's really no pressure. Don't feel like you have to put, you know, like what I'll say is don't overthink it. Like go with what you enjoy creating, what brings you happiness, uh, and and have fun with it, right? Like people are going to use this to create items in game and to share around. So quirky and interesting is also fine, because there'll be people, there'll be a niche, I think, for every piece of artwork that goes through the 1111 NFT gallery. I honestly do, because there's always going to be somebody, and even when it's like, oh, this is the least sold one. Keep in mind that the least sold one is technically the rarest. So it's kind of like a weird thing. The more it sells, which means it's popular, the more there is in supply. So it kind of ends up being like a self balance in a way of in that sense of supply and demand, because there's only going to be supply for what there is demand. And then it's after the fact, then what the supply and demand numbers do, which I think will be fun to watch. So, yes, please submit if you haven't already, at 1111 NFT Gallery. You only need two pieces, one for the array, which will be displayed like that. What's the site date for this round? I'm guessing the close off would be probably the 8th or 9th, probably. I don't, Dr. Nobi. Um, I don't know what the cutoff date. Yeah, yeah, due date. Yeah, I would say probably the 8th, December 9th, early morning US. There you go. Yeah, because we do need time to set up the array and make sure that the drops and everything are done, um, to create the vending machines and stuff. So the next array set will come out December 11th. All right. Um, I know it has been a while. I hope everyone had a good break. We will be back to our regular streaming time. Although, honestly, I might cut today's short, because, again, I am in the middle of transitioning. This week is probably going to be a little bit weird, because I am transitioning to my new place, and my desk and all my office stuff doesn't get delivered until Friday. So, Wednesdays also might be a little bit more wacky. Hopefully, I'll have some other stuff to show you. Um, Last round within the 2022 year. That's correct. Yeah. So when you think about Upland specifically, like they had their inaugural properties. So that's the San Francisco collection that's established 2019. It's a San Francisco collection, and it's for all of the properties that were minted essentially prior to December. Um, Prior to December of 2019. And so these first array pieces are going to be, in my opinion, very similar to that. These are going to be the Genesis. Well, there is the Genesis piece, which is from the one and only Robzilla. Um, and so yes. Oh, the one from oh, I always Daysac. Daysec? I always mess up her name, and it's been a while. Is blinking. Well, yeah, that's probably because it is so high def. Like it's so gorgeous. When you see it fully rendered in like 4K, it's beautiful. Um, Yeah, so I don't know if it's like an error on NFT Hive. The actual source file and things like that, which I'm glad that it's not flashing in your cloud wallet, should render just fine. Do 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 do. So, what do you guys think? Can you see walking around the planet, exploring different experiences? Maybe going to catch a race with your friends, go to an art gallery, hang out, watch maybe a fly-in movie, try to unlock the secrets of UpX World because ooh, there's going to be some good ones. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at this view. I love it. Yeah, no, it is. It's going to come together again. We have a lot of different teams. I want to hunt for Xenon, right? Yeah, we'll definitely have some Xenon hunting action going on. Oh, you know what? Anybody ever play Luigi's Haunted Mansion? Uh, Wax is down right now, like down, like as in it's cheap, or down as in like you can't use it. And if it's cheap, what's the cost of wax right now? It was like 5 cents when we started in November. Um, and it was up to like 50. Oh, Humble's saying that it's down like broken. Don't attempt transactions. Well, that's not what we want to hear, Humble. Oh my. All right. Well, there you go. Be careful out there. Sounds like Wax is being a little kooky. All right. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. All right. Just like mountain goat all over. I just want to see where I can explore. That's always like I like being a tester because I like pushing. So I was like a tester for like all of the World of Warcraft expansions, and so I love trying to find like things that are for. Oh man, it's so tempting. Also, if you have ideas, so like this is actually something that I always find really interesting in video games is how do you solve the like the edge of the world problem, right? So obviously you can see that there's more world theoretically beyond this point. However, there's an invisible wall here. A lot of games do that and just have the invisible wall, and that's it. Other games are more creative. I used to play this motocross game where if you went out of bounds, it would like do this like almost like a boomerang slingshot that would just like throw you and your bike out into the middle of like the track. It was really fun. Um, other one other ones I've seen is like they'll have something come up that's like I was even thinking like caution unexplored, something like that. Other games I saw one game that had like turrets and things, so as soon as you like went out of the bounds they would just like shoot you down. So that might be a little too much. um yeah, there were ATVs. Yeah, there were ATVs in that as well. It had some great music. Not Borderlands. Oh wait, what is Border? Oh, this Borderlands one that shoots you. That. sounds correct. It's like Borderlands. Yeah. Okay. I love this giant globe. I love all the little details. Like this is painstakingly made. Like I know how that Moon Unit has put a tremendous amount of time into all of these textures and the rock formations, and because like you can see, like it's not. I always thought it was pretty easy. It's not. It is not easy to make everything kind of line up, look good, and natural. Um, I love this like embedded anchor. I love the idea that we'll have like the crash site, maybe like a scarred earth area, and then like debris. I like that. Um, oh, a contaminated area where they drains the user's health until they leave. I like that. I like that essentially like we land and then we work to decontaminate um, an area, and so it's livable. Because obviously, as time goes and we bring in new experiences, the playable area of UpX World is just going to continually naturally grow. So you're not going to be able to explore the whole planet right away. Um, so I like the idea of there being like a contamination ring and saying, "Hey, this is this area has been cleaned and is safe. If you go outbounds, then you will start to get poisoned, and you might knock yourself out. Obviously, knock out. You'll go back to your last spawn point or something. Nothing too extreme. I don't plan on having any like um, permadeath or hardcore modes or dropping your items when you die. Nothing like that for the core functionality. Now, keep in mind that the experiences are all different. So we talked about like the ninja experience. They'll have uh, a single player mode where you're going through. Other games might be like roguelike. Some might offer permadeath or penalties for dying, things like that. So rings that explode out of you. I mean, how fun would that be to just have like a super quick racer where you just like run around as your Xlander at super speeds, and then but if you hit obstacles or things, you just kind of like explode UpX coins and flash a little bit. That could be oh, that would actually be kind of fun. Not gonna lie. Oh, I know it's already open. Oh my goodness. There we go. Sonic style. Mach 3 the gerbil. Yes, I like that. Is there a specific area for first gen VIX? That's I mean, Sonic is super trademarked. That's why we would use the Mach 3 gerbil. I like that. That's a good question. So we haven't talked about it, but one of the key like features of this game is going to be player housing, which is really important. And so we're going to have what we've called the Purgatorium, which is essentially like the free housing. We've made it using the parts of the ship from the different living quarters. And so you'll be able to go and pick essentially like think of it like an apartment. You'll be able to pick out an apartment and you'll be able to decorate your apartment. Yes, and your player housing will definitely need art. And so if you don't have, beautiful pieces to hang up, what are you even doing? Um, but yes, everybody will get kind of like your free starter apartment. And maybe it'll be like Animal Crossing in the sense of like you can upgrade that a little bit, but it's not going to be a home. It's not going to be anything big. And then to your next question, can I create my own house within UpX World? So you, I like this. I like the little Oh man, you know what? I might be able to show you. So that is Vexter. Do you want to? He's got a girlfriend now, and his girlfriend's name is, I think her name is Vixie. I have the first images of Vixie that I might, yeah, I might show that. So I'm gonna actually try and pull that up while I talk. So that should be fun. So housing. So again, you will get a free small apartment. Maybe if you're a, yeah, I know, squirrel. If you are a VIX member or Genesis Xlander, you can get, I'm open to having that conversation of having maybe a special house or like a special section in the purgatorium. But ultimately, what you're going to want is your own upland address, because your upland address is going to get you your personal metaphase. Your personal metaphase is your property in upland. If you see some of our early demos, we actually have somebody like waking up inside their house and they're able to walk around. That is going to be, what am I trying to say here? That's going to be your end goal. So we're gonna put, I'm gonna put this sentence all together. Here we go. So you make an effort to get your upland house, and then you'll be able to put your decorations out there. You'll have whatever you have inside of upland, whether it's decor items. You'll be able to invite people over to show off your house. And the idea there is that should then motivate people to want a bigger property lot, a bigger house to be able to store more things, a more interesting, property shape, things like that. So that is how you create your own house. When this happens, do we always wake up in our house when we log into UPX World? Great question. No, that wasn't the plan. It's interesting. You can set it to do that, but I like to just, like, for instance, if I knew that I was going to be doing like daily quests for Hyde Park Ninjas, like I would want like my waypoint to be set at that experience. Or if I was really enjoying, the human experience element, then I would think not, because it's a metaphase. Yeah, I can see that as well. No, no, it's a good consideration. I like the idea of you waking up in your home. Maybe that's better if you have a home, and then if not, you wake up in the purgatorium apartment. I don't know, something to think about. And this is exactly, thank you for coming and having that dialogue, NFT architect, because this is exactly why we do this. Would you then need to rent a home from Hyde Park? No, absolutely not. The Hyde Park waypoint would be inside of UPX World. Now, if you wanted to participate with the Hyde Park Ninjas on something else, I know that they're going to have different contests and things. So there'll be other reasons for you to buy a house inside of Hyde Park, LA. Can someone sleep over? I don't know if it's going to be like Rust. I believe Rust is the one where you can like sleep in other people's houses and stuff. No, I'm going to go with no. If we ever do, I know that the Voxel team is working with, oh my gosh, why did I just forget his name? The legendary creator of The Sims. Anyway, I just spaced on his name. I know that they're working with him on some really interesting social interactions and how you interact with people. I do like that idea. It's hard though, especially if it's like real life karma. I've seen too many like things like Black Mirror to know that ends pretty horribly, social karma. I know it works on places like Reddit and stuff, Will Wright, thank you, thank you. The legendary Will Wright, yes. Dr. Nobi says, if you have a temporary apartment in the Purgatorium, could you build a residence in UPX World as an upgrade? Maybe by working with NFT Architect through his architect experience. Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to say no to anything at this point because we're still so early on. But one of my kind of primary directives is to really focus value back onto the layer ones that we're supporting. And so the houses inside of UpX World, really, I want to be from Upland. I think, and again, from a story perspective, we create this social, kind of VR center for people to experience what they think is a regression test of Earth, and then they find out it's actually this place called Upland. And then we go, the Xlanders go, and we'll create embassies there. And so I really do want to kind of stick to that. Now, there it is, and architect, right on time. And that's exactly where things like skins come in. That's exactly where decoration. So I love personalizing spaces. So as you could see, there was like an environment around UpX World. Well, imagine that you'll be able to change the scenes and the backgrounds of your personal metaphase. You'll be able to change the deck, like the actual skin. So we'll be selling building skins. And there are, and I know Prospector and Humble have been working on some. Actually, I mean, tons of people have. But I know like they're actually working on, I think, the blank ones that are going to be just like plain that you can like paint and stuff like that. Which is going to be fun. And so, yeah, I think that's correct that we would have, that's where the skins come in. Can we have a pool table? If somebody well, that's interesting. I wonder if they'd let you make a pool table for outdoor decor. I mean, if there's a pool table or somebody makes like a pool experience or has a pool NFT, because what I want to avoid is it being The Sims in the sense of like, yeah, we could add all those items and you could just go pay, some Xenon or UpX or whatever. But I want it to be tied back to NFTs. Every premium purchase, so any purchase that's made with UpX. So now Xenon, maybe if we had like a freebie Xenon table, because Xenon's just your in-game currency, those don't have to be attached to NFTs. Those will almost certainly not be attached to NFTs, actually. But I feel like a pool table is pretty integral. Maybe on the crash ship, maybe. I think that there'll definitely be an opportunity for people to create social social gathering places, arcade style. I mean, definitely. I mean, I could see there being pool tables at maybe the local Elsie pub, right? So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Once we start, having revenue coming in and stuff like that, those are all discussions that we can have. Yeah, no, that's exactly. So UpX World is exactly correct, NFT Architect. In theory, if there was a pool decor in Upland, then you could play it in UpX World. And not only that, let's say it was, I don't know, say 20 UpX to play a game of pool with your friend, right? Tiny microtransactions, like again, like send fees level of small, something that, it makes you take pause, like, okay, and maybe you get like, certain free per day if you're a VIX member, stuff like that. And then there's just a small charge. And then if you are the owner of those decor items in layer one, then you would receive a portion of that. So that is the idea, and that's how you start to make layer one decor items generate revenue passively. Winner plays the next game for free. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a great idea. Yeah, and obviously we want to be able to do things like darts, shuffleboard. Oh my God, I'm making a pub. All right. Well, I look forward to the NFT Architect Pub. Let me know. I'll get you connected with our team, and we can have the pub experience with NFT Architect and have a bunch of mini games, and we'll figure out how to put some layer one NFTs against it as well. I like the play the next game for free though. And the other thing is, I mean, we want people to be the pub experience. TPX much? What up? Dude, I'll meet you at TPX. Let's go. Yes. Hey, don't be taking. Oh, dang. I forgot. Oh, sorry, Saint Lucifer. Yes, how could I forget go-karts from Viva Las Upland? You know what? Hey, I think that, if I was going to have an entertainment complex area, I would say it would almost certainly go with the folks at Viva Las Upland. Collab? Question mark? It says 1111. Possibly. I like it. I think it could be something really interesting. I like the pub experience. That's super fun. We have some fun pub games and stuff like that. And actually, that's exactly where these kind of things. Dave and Buster's ask. Maybe I was thinking a little bit more like. Not burlesque is definitely not the word. A little bit more rustic. That's Vegas pub for sure. I'm part. Oh, okay, cool. You posh. Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is UPX World isn't really in the business, and this sounds weird. We're a gaming platform, but UPX World isn't going to go create a pool game and a dart game and a shuffleboard game. It's going to work with somebody like NFT Architect or St. Lucifer who wants to do that and has an NFT strategy behind it and has a layer two vision behind it. And then we will support them with the platform, help them build it if that's needed, or just connect them with the dev team. Like Viva Las Upland actually came with their own Unity developer, so we connected them with the dev team. And then there'll be cross collaboration. So I know, for instance, in a later feature of the 1111 NFT gallery, there is actually going to be a very nice high-end nightclub for the guild. And I could imagine that some of those pub experience games might make their way into that as well, as kind of a cross collaboration. So I would expect that there'll be a lot of things like that. And as different teams come up with new things, I will work. And actually, if you're, for those of you who don't know, we actually have a team Discord for all the experience owners, the developers, the marketers, the artists, and our investors. And so, we always are talking collaboration there. That's where we do the event planning, stuff like that. And so I know who you are. St. Lucifer's got you dialed in. Posh. I mean, yeah, posh or rustic. I mean, I'm open. I mean, it's whatever the community decides, right? It's whatever you guys build. I would imagine, I guess, if it's Viva Las Upland, it's probably more posh. But then, again, maybe you do a cross collaboration with the ninjas, and there's a version of darts where instead of darts, you're throwing ninja stars. See, so that's the beauty of this, is that the experience owners will then have this entire network of a platform to say, hey, I have this really cool darts game that we're playing. It's very popular. I see that you have a bar. Would you like to put a version of this in? We can skin it for 1111. We can skin it for the Hyde Park Ninjas, whatever it is, and make a variation. And then through that collaboration, you can then do a profit share on just that interaction. So if somebody's playing darts at the 1111 Guild, then maybe that's a split between Viva Las Upland, NFT Architect, and Dr. Nobi. Like, all of that is possible. And I think like that is the true value proposition of having a platform, and then having the community be the experience owners. I want as many of these experiences as possible to be owned by the community, because that to me is how we change this billion-dollar gaming industry. I don't want it to just be owned by a large gaming company. I want this entire platform to be owned by the community. I want you, as the community members, to be able to create experiences that can generate revenue for you and your family forever, right? I know that's a long time. Nothing really lasts forever. But if we do this right and we create a platform that can kickstart into the Web3 space, Web3 is in its infancy, right? Think of how long, Facebook has been going, like LinkedIn, those behemoths of Web2. There's no reason that UPX World can't be the Web3 equivalent of some of these other platforms. And so that's, to me, what I'm very excited about for all the experience owners. I want to create a community of creators and collaborators who then can team up to add value in between their experiences. Yes, St. Lucifer. I like it. See that same vision. All right. Well, that's shocking. I actually did not think I was going to have enough content to fill the hour, because I have went back to work today and it was chaos. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday, same Xlander time, same Xlander place, here at UPX World Live, 5 p.m. Central Time. One last note. We will be opening up the December community investor round here later this week. If you don't know, we every month we offer a very small number of UPX World stock to the community. These stock are $1,000 a share. There is only 10,000 shares of UPX World stock. So, like, if you are, I don't know, like, not financial advice, do whatever you want. But if you're like me, I spent several $1,000s on cars and games and stuff like that. I would have loved to have been able to buy early stock of Upland. Now, keep in mind, we don't need that money to exist. This is simply an opportunity that I feel is important to allow the community true ownership of this platform to some degree. So if that is of interest to you, if you would like to invest, it is a minimum investment of $1,000 USD. And that does get you one share of UPX World. So yes, if you are interested, please reach out, and we are happy to work something out. And we usually do something a little fun for the investor, and you get access to the team server, so you can see all the cool collaboration, meet all the developers and artists and things. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. I like it. And again, I'm going to go on a quick aside here. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, projects that release thousands of NFTs for hundreds of dollars each, that literally ends up being millions of dollars from the community, right? So when you think about that, that's a gaming company or whatever, an NFT project that's like give us hundreds of thousands, give us millions of dollars, community. Like most of the people that are investing in that, and I'll use that in air quotes here, buying into that, I guess is probably a better way to say it, are not super rich. Like that's a lot of money to them. And it really has been one of my biggest pet peeves. And one of the things that just bothers me so much about this space is like, if you really believed in your vision, go do it. Go like make it happen, figure out a way. The world has made it like I had to do investment pitches. I had to go out, I had to pitch my vision. I found some core investors that gave me not anywhere close to those numbers of initial funding. I've worked out service plans with experience providers, and we are working on a very lean budget. And I have a great team of collaborators and people who see the vision. And we're working to make it happen before we ever do, and again, we're never going to try and do that. It just really, it hurts my soul to see those kind of projects, because 9 times out of 10, they don't amount to anything. And then people lose all of their money. I can speak to that firsthand. Even it's been years now, but Chibi's Global, I spent thousands on. I'm so excited about the project, and it collapsed catastrophically. And I think that's been a lot of people's experiences. And so I want everybody to know, out there, I take it very seriously. I never want the narrative to anybody to be able to look at the project and the amazing stuff that we are doing as a community and go, oh, it's a money grab. I don't ever want that sentiment at any point in the existence of this project and of this company. I don't ever want a member of the community to ever feel that way, because like that's just not a great feeling. And it's honestly not the spirit of what we're doing. All right. So there we go. That's my soapbox. I'll get off of it now. So until next time, be kind to each other. You never know what's happening in people's real lives. I will tell you that now. Just always be kind to people on the internet, even if they're trolls. You don't know. They may be having a really bad day. They may be going through some stuff. So let's all, my ask for the community this week is, let's just be a little kinder to each other this week. All right. Until Wednesday, you guys take care, and I will see you around the ship. Cheers.